This evening and tomorrow, we celebrate one of the great examples of God's love for us. The mystery of the Incarnation. While it cannot be understood, it must be accepted, because it tells us about our God in ways beyond understanding. So, God wanted the world to know how much He loves us, God our Creator. So He asked the Word of God to come among us as a human being. As I said, this belief of ours transcends understanding. We can't understand it. But somebody shared this description with me, to me, I'm not sure how long ago. And they told me a story that helped me to appreciate why God did what God did. They described a woman who was a farmer, and it was in the fall of the year, and she was looking out her kitchen window, and as she was looking, she noticed that there was a gander of geese. It's a gander, not a flock, right? Say yes. Okay, it's a gander. Gaggle of geese. Thanks, you guys. Of geese. And they were gandering. No. There was a gaggle of geese that were flying to their winter home. And there was a sudden storm. And the geese were driven off course, and they landed in her yard in the field between her home and the barn. They were going to not survive the storm if she didn't do something to help them. So she got some feed and she ran out into the yard. She opened the barn and she threw the feed at the geese, tried to get them to follow her into the barn. They wouldn't. The more she tried, the more they scattered. She was desperate to save them, but she couldn't. And she realized in a moment that what they needed from her, she couldn't give to them. They needed her to be able to speak goose. And she could not speak goose. God sent the Word of God into the world because you and me, we needed someone who could speak goose to us. Someone who understands our lives, our joys, our sorrows, our fears, our hopes. Someone who knows what it means to be human. This is why the Word of God became the Son of God, so that you and I would know that we are God's children. It's the love of God that we celebrate this evening. But this celebration is just the first part of it. From what we are given by our God, we are called to give to those that we encounter. Christmas doesn't work if all we do is receive and we don't give. How many of you are happy with the world that we live in? I don't see too many hands, huh? How many of you think that we could do better? That we could make a better world? That's what Jesus came into the world to say to you and me. We can make this world better. He came at Christmas to say that you want you to share his love with those that you encounter in your lives. This past summer, Father Dan and Father Basil and I shared a number of homilies, and the theme was the kingdom of heaven, that the kingdom of heaven is here. But we have to act as if we want to be a part of this kingdom of heaven, which is here. And in one of my homilies, I quoted Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world. Be the change you wish to see in the world." If you want the world to change, then you have to be the change agents. It's not going to change on its own. You and I, we can make it change. So enjoy tonight, and enjoy tomorrow, and enjoy your Christmas vacation, however long it may be, those of you who are on vacation. But appreciate this. In order for this night to have its full meaning, then you have to be willing to continue the work of Christmas after your vacations. When the song of the angel is stilled, when the star that led the wise men and the shepherds to the stable is gone, when the wise men return to their homes and the shepherds go back to their sheep in the field, this is when the work of Christmas begins. To find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to restore countries that have been devastated by war, to bring peace to our world and our communities, to make music in our hearts. That's the work of Christmas. And that's what you and I are to be about. If we believe that this world can be better, then we have to live what we believe. We have to do the work. Merry Christmas.